First of all, I want to welcome everybody to this wonderful event tonight. Everybody know to us how much Allen Iverson meant. He's the answer. He's the GOAT. We grew up in a poor city, so sometimes he was the light to a lot of rain. And if you grew up in our era, you know he played a major part in our lives, man, growing up. Especially, I mean, you know, there's a lot of basketball players out here, but to me, my GOAT go by the name of AI. That's my motherfucking GOAT. Crossover so crazy, they said we gotta stop him from this shit. Get the fuck over here, Jordan.
Y'all better keep howling. What y'all doing?
Yes, sir!
Hold on. One more time. Come on, y'all.
Yes, sir! Hold on, let's get it like this. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah, hey, yeah. That's right, Philly. That's right, Philly. Cause I told him, I said, I don't care where you go ahead on your book tour, ain't nowhere gonna be like Philly.
No way.
When you do a little reflection back on a documentary, being executive produced by Shaq and Stephen Curry, and like all these years later, how does it make you feel, Chuck?
Man, it's just a blessing. You know what I mean? You go through so much in life. You know what I mean? From the time, you know, you come out the womb, man, you go through so much turbulence, so much ups and downs in your life. And, you know, you get to this point, 50 years old, and, you know, the ride's supposed to be damn near over, and you just see the pendulum swinging, you know, right back in a positive direction, man. It's just beautiful. It's a testament to all the great people that I had around me in my life to help me get to this point, because you don't become, you know, a cultural icon. You don't become, you know, what I've done on the basketball court by yourself. You know what I mean? And then, you know, the fucked up people in your life, they help you get to this point too. You know what I mean? Because you know, you learn from them, and you know, you learn from your mistakes, and you got your bad friends and your bad family members, and you know what I mean, just bad people around you in general. And then, you know, you come out of all of that unscathed. It ain't nobody but God, man.
So growing up, early on, you, man, football, basketball, is it true you would have been a better football player than a basketball player?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Anybody from Virginia will tell you too. That's a fact.
But Chuck, you know you was like $160 with like bricks in your pocket, right?
$120.
You know, coming across that middle, Ray Lewis smacked you one time. You might have reconsidered on a layup.
It's different though, Gil. Like, I actually would have had to work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I never worked out before, especially when I, you know, played basketball, because I just, you know, thought some weights was too heavy. You know what I mean? But I would have had to. I would have been forced to have to work out, you know what I mean, to play football. So
that was typical way Coach said, lift weights. He said, the ball ain't that heavy.
Look, yeah, I remember one time we had a new trainer, and he had came in, and you know, the general manager was like, you know, come here, hey, let me introduce you to the trainer, whatever, introduce me to the dude, whatever. And the dude left, and I tapped him. I was like, yo, why don't you just introduce me to him, man? Me and him ain't gonna have no relationship. Right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never see this dude. When practice over, I'm out of here. It's time to get to it.
I'm going to Fridays. What? That's when we knew he was a ghetto nigga. He the richest motherfucker in the city. Ain't home game, he had Fridays.
stay outside, man. You're not gonna just see me on the basketball court, man. I'm in Philadelphia now. You see me everywhere.
Yes.
I stay in a Wawa.
Yeah. Let's talk about growing up, right? Your mom, your nana. You know, your mom was always your number one biggest fan. I'm talking about, it seemed like she might have gotten to a couple rumbles about you, like growing up. Like, how does it feel though to have had that support growing up? You know what I'm saying?
We grew up together, basically.
Yeah.
She had me when she was 15 years old. You know what I mean? And she's from Hartford, Connecticut. And when she got pregnant with me, my grandma was like, "This is it. It's too much. We got to get out of here." And that's when we came to Virginia. So we basically grew up as friends. You know what I mean? And she meant so much to my life, man. I know it's cliche, but it's so serious and it's so real. Well, authentic. I hate the word real, but it's so authentic. You know, when she told me like, you could be anything you want to be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I, like, you know what I mean? I used to be out there, my homeboys, and you know, they used to tell me, you know what I mean, like, yo, you know, Chuck, man, don't nobody make it from, you know, Newport News to the NBA. Like, yo, you tripping. And they used to laugh and shut the hell up. Hit this. You know what I mean? Like, shut up, man. It don't go like that. You know what I mean? Don't nobody make it, you know, from here. And I, you know, used to cry, go in the crib. Mom, they said I can't, you know, whatever. She like, look, you can do anything you want to do. You want to be an NBA basketball player, you can do it. And from that point on, like, I really believed it, man. And you know what I mean? All these years later, here we go. I ain't laughing at them, but I'm the one doing the laugh.
At what age did you know, like, oh, it's real? Like, I'm running past these kids like parked cars. I think I'm faster than everybody. Wait, hold on. I can dunk and I'm this little. Wait, I think I can jump higher than everybody. At what age was you like, hold on, I got something?
I was like 8.
Damn.
I was 8 years old. Like I was the you know, I was telling them in the back, like, one thing about me, and fuck it, I toot my own horn. Like, I've never been the guy, like, once I got some fame and some money or whatever, I've never been the guy that, I always wanted to be able to look in the mirror and be the person and see the person that my mom and the people where I'm from could recognize. I never wanted to be nobody but Chuck. Yeah, I wanted to be like Mike. Like, I wanted to be like Mike. I was like everybody else. But, you know, I felt like it's like a disrespect to want to be somebody else. Like, what's wrong with being you? You know what I mean? Everybody else is taken up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, I've always had that mentality, that confidence in myself. Never arrogant, never cocky, just confident and believe, you know, in myself. And I always had that, you know, when I was 8, 10 years old, you know, go to the barbershop and the older guys be like, yo, that's him right there. You know, 20 years old, 25 years old, guys like, yo, that's the one right there, that's the one. So I've always, you know, had the fame part of my life. I just never had no money. You know what I mean? So it was nothing new to me, like the celebrity, you know, being somebody that everybody could recognize. It was nothing to me. So, you know, when all of that, you know, changed for me, it was right up my realm. You know what I mean? I just always had the confidence in myself to be who I ultimately became.
Now, first of all, I want to salute you and thank you, because when you went to the NBA, you ain't just go to the NBA, you took the hood with you. You know what I mean? And because it was like, I don't think a lot of people know that when the millions hit your account, everybody telling you that you gotta leave your authenticity and stop being you. And a lot of times they tell you gotta stop being black. I don't think people understand when you have people pull you to the side and say, no man, you can't say this, or you can't do this, or they gonna do this, or master going, like, how did you deal with the people that was coming at you like that all the time? Like, you in the NBA, you can't do this, you can't say that.
I didn't look at it like that, and I wasn't afraid of that. But the last thing I wanted to do, like I said, was be somebody that the people that love me and that I love couldn't recognize anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I didn't feel like nothing was wrong with me. You know, with my hair, with the cornrows, I was tired of going on the road. Barbers was my hair up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and it's pushing you back.
yeah, man, what? Like, I'm talking about my hairline.
It came back like looking like me, niggas. Man. Grow my shit out.
I was like, yo, I said, man, look, if I grow cornrows and get my hair braided, I don't have to worry about that. The tattoos, you know what I mean? I always wanted them, I just couldn't afford them. So that's, you know, that's how I went crazy with the tattoos. And then my dress, I dress like dudes from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I dress like the drug dealers from my neighborhood. I wanted to look like them. I wanted to guess. I wanted Jabos. I wanted the, you know, the polo and all that stuff. I just couldn't afford it. I was wearing my sister jeans 2 times a week in school. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it was just me being myself. And then I was 21 years old when I came into the league. Guys were wearing suits and all that. After the game, you know what I mean, at the arena, I'm going to Fridays. I'm going to the club. Where am I going to where I got to wear a suit?
Fridays.
From where I'm from, you know what I mean, everybody that wore a suit, you know what I mean, either you going to church or you going to a funeral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or court. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never went to the basketball court with a suit on.
Right.
So I didn't think I was doing nothing wrong. And it was all good in the beginning. And then when everybody else saw it, like, damn, I mean, AI just, you know, dressing like, you know, like he want to dress. Now, I guess, you know, we can do it.
Oh, so the tipped on you. They all in there in suits, you walking in with sweats. They like, this again?
Right. And then, you know, once everybody started doing it,
The fines.
then David Stern was like, nah, we gotta do something about it.
But how do it feel now to see that when we go to watch a game, whether basketball or football, any sport, you created something that everybody is walking in with their shit on,
Yeah.
and they representing them and where they come from now. In all sports, how do that feel?
Now, wait, hold on. Before we go on, and them fits is way crazier than this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, y'all gonna put a dress code in for me?
Right.
And they doing this?
We're coming with feather wings on off a blouse.
Man, what? It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. You know what I mean? Especially when they come up to you and tell you that, like, yo, man, thank you, OG. You know what I mean? You paved the way for us, man. You inspired us. You know what I mean? You influenced us. You know what I mean? Like, to be ourselves and, you know, to be comfortable in our own skin. And it's like bittersweet because I took that whipping for it. But if you think about it, like everybody, I mean, how you look make you play a certain way. Like, when I was on the basketball court, I always wanted to look like a superhero. I got it from Michael Jordan. Everything that who Allen Iverson is like Mr. Miyagi, I was Daniel-son. You know what I mean? Like, everything Mike, I wanted to be like Mike. Like, when I talk about his aura and when I seen him, I still see him today, he don't look real. You know what I mean? I never seen a human being, like, I never been starstruck. I'm like, okay, well, this was starstruck means. You know what I mean? Because this dude, I get nervous around him. I've been around him a million times. I just, you know, I remember one time we was at a game. He invited me to a game, and I'm in the back telling him about who he is to me and what he meant to my life. And my homeboys had to pull me to the side, like, Chuck, come here, man. Look, man, cut that shit out, man. Like, you're embarrassing us, man.
That happened to me. We was in Chicago one time.
That ain't happened to you.
Shut up, nigga.
You scream.
So listen.
Mike! He tried to go to the hotel, he like, shut up, nigga.
I see Mike, right? So he the basketball. He think he went to a bullshit college. You know, man. He wasn't going to pro anyway. But listen. So we come out the hotel. I'm like, Mike, what's up? He like, I thought he said my name. I don't know. So this nigga, come on, man. I'm like, the fuck? Because Mike didn't even acknowledge him.
Listen.
So he was saying, so the same thing you went through with your homie, I went through that.
Listen, Al.
Mike said what's up.
He's saying Mike told him to shut the fuck up with the. He did like this. Shut the fuck up, man. Trying to get in the hotel, you making all that goddamn noise, man.
No, but so I know how you feel, but like when straight up, you know, you see Mike, I'm like, damn, Mike know me. I thought he knew me. I don't know.
It's real.
It's real. I was ready.
And look, but and another thing too, like, it's hard to like with my fans, I got the greatest fans in the world. They, you know, my fans are the most loyal. I mean, my fans stick with me hell and high water. Like, they will be all the way to the finish line. And like, it's the craziest thing is when I walk outside every day, whether I'm going to the grocery store, Target, Walmart, wherever I'm going, to the mall, whatever, I like to be by myself all the time. You know what I mean? Back in the day when I was 20, I wanted to be with 30, 40 dudes. But, I mean, you know how crazy that look at 50 years old walking around with 10, 15 dudes, like, but you know, your fans, sometimes, like, when they see you, that's their opportunity. Like, I always think about what if Mike, you know, did that to me, you know, or just shoved me aside, you know what I mean, how brokenhearted I would be. And a lot of times fans don't understand that it's not go time all the time. But every time I leave my crib, I gotta be Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? I put on, during the pandemic, you know, when it was calming down, whatever, I had on my mask, and then people, you know, I remember one guy saying, man, I know it's you, I know your eyes. You know what I mean? Like, I know your eyes. I'm like,
You're like, you sound like Tawana.
yeah, they
Sound like my wife.
It sound right. But I was like, and you know, a lot of times you get caught up in that, man, because you're trying to juggle having a personal life and then you are who you are to certain people. I was telling my guys in the back that I was at my book signing in DC and a little kid came up and we took the picture and the mom was like, you saved his life. He beat cancer because of you. And I was like, and I'm sitting there like, I ain't got no cure to cancer, like, you know what I mean? I don't got that, you know what I mean? And she was like, no, like, you know, I told him, like, what would Allen Iverson do? Allen Iverson would fight through this. He'd fight through every obstacle in his life. And he was like, well, if Allen can do it, I know I can do it. And that right there, man, just took me to a whole nother level. But in that moment, I'm so team oriented when it comes to navigating and fighting myself through this hard world. I thought about everybody in that moment that helped me become Allen Iverson that I am today. You know what I mean?
Now, what you saying? Who was the mentors that you?
Yeah.
Who was the mentor? Start with the mic. Who was the mentors that you had between Hampton and Newport News when you was coming up?
I've been with this guy since I was 8 years old, since it all started. This was my number one fan, my dad, my uncle, my coach, my everything, man. And life, man, just in the root of all evil, bro. You know what I mean? I've seen it happen with so many people in my life. I had the greatest, to me, mentor. I will bite your face off if you said his name wrong in any manner. This life, man, and today, it's been 3 years now. I haven't talked, I don't even remember going 3 hours, let alone 3 days not talking to him. And just life, man, you know, God always winning, but the devil is always on his heels. He always in a close second. You know what I mean? And that was my guy. You know what I mean? And fortunately, you know, when we parted ways, I was 47 years old. So if you can't keep going, you know what I mean, without someone else in your life, and he didn't teach you enough in all those years, you're in trouble anyway.
When you was coming up, #1 player in the country, right? Just a kid, incident happens at a bowling alley. You get locked up. At that point in time, did you think it was over?
Yeah. Not for real. No. No, because I felt like if I had another opportunity that I would take full advantage of it. I remember when I was locked up, my lawyers every day for like a month was coming down there and was saying, you're getting out today, you're getting out tomorrow, you're getting out the next day, you're getting out the next day. And I remember one of my friends coming down there And he was like, you know, what are you doing in here? And I was like, you know, just working out or whatever. Not working out, but shooting. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, you know, I said I'm reading the Bible every day or whatever. He was like, reading the Bible? Like, did you read the Bible when you was in the streets? And I was like, no. I was like, that's what dudes do. And he was like, listen. It's like, listen, man, you're not getting out of here until you do the time that they gave you. So do your time. Stop thinking about getting out every day. You're not getting out of here. And get back to doing whatever you want to do and fulfilling your dream. And like many of my friends from back then, he's not with me now because of the shit. But that was some of the best advice that I've ever been given by someone, because it helped me get through being in there, because I was not waking up thinking I was gonna go home the next day.
Right.
I was thinking like, you know, every day I was gonna have to do that time. And I just felt like if I had another opportunity, so to answer your question, I thought that my dream was gonna come true. I just wanted another opportunity, and obviously, Coach Thompson saved my life, and rest is history.
Now,
A lot of guys helped me, you know what I mean, that was from here. But my transition was hard in the beginning. It was all right during the rookie season, and then we went through that little spat. Like if you looked at it today, people in the world wouldn't believe that me and my fans in Philly weren't on the same page. It was like heading into my second year, it was just, you know, a little chatter here and there about trades or whatever, and then, you know, the momentum picked up, and then we just became, you know, like this. You know what I mean? Like, now you look at it, all these years later, I've been retired 15 years, and still there's no fan-player relationship in the world like our relationship. Like, we grew up together. Like, Philly, like my era, we all grew up together. You know what I mean? And they watched me fall and get back up, brush myself off, fall, get back up, and they always supported me. I mean, good, bad, and indifferent. You know what I mean? Always been my support system. You know what I mean? This will always be my home, man. And it'll always be that love here. Brotherly love for real.
Because with all due respect to Michael Jordan, how you look at Mike is how we look at you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I will bet that there's no, you can look at Steph in Golden State, LeBron in Cleveland, the list can go on and on.
Ain't nobody like you.
It ain't like this relationship right here.
Hell no.
It ain't like it. Ain't nothing like it.
Hell no.
Ain't nothing like it.
Because we knew one thing. We was like, when we first got you, we was like, this little nigga gonna change the franchise? We was like, then he was a rookie, he scored like 10, 40-point games in a row. We didn't care if we was winning or not. We was just like, yeah, nigga.
But you know what's so crazy about like Philadelphia? It's so deep with the fans here, because it's not easy to figure out. It's like the effort. Like, all they care about is the effort. And you know what I mean? And that was right up my alley, because I play every game like it's my last. So it was like, you know what I mean? Like, I always been like that. I can go in the locker room after the game and take a shower and look myself in the mirror after I go Oprah Winfrey from the field. And I felt good about myself, and I know the fans respected it, because they knew that number 3 played harder than anybody out there tonight. And that's all. That's all they ever want. Why do you think man, I think that's the reason that, I mean, to get off subject, I really think that that's the reason why the fans in Philadelphia love the Eagles so much, because they dogs.
Right, absolutely.
I mean, now they have, like, their talent level is crazy and all the skill positions, you know, they crazy. They got the best wide receivers. Their quarterback is crazy as hell. You know what I mean? They got the baddest running back. You know what I mean? Guard is crazy, tight end. All the skill positions is taken. They got the hardest line in the league. And then the defense is just a bunch of dogs. You know what I mean? And this is Philadelphia. That's all it is. It's the DNA of Philadelphia.
That's crazy you said that, right? Because we drafted a rookie to the Eagles, right? And I'm talking to him. And I said, let me tell you something about Philadelphia. Now, I said, Philly fans, we reward effort. I said, think about this. I just want you to think about this. I said, Allen Iverson never won a championship, but he's the GOAT because we know what our eyes told us. Every time he stepped on that court, he give us maximum effort.
I said, that's my dog.
No, but not to cut you off, I said, let me give you another example. Since you played for the Eagles, I said, Brian Dawkins never won a Super Bowl. I said, but he will always be one of the GOATs around here because every time he stepped on that field, we know he gave maximum effort.
For sure.
So we reward effort in Philly. Not to cut you off, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's just like the low management thing. You know what I mean? Like, I could never imagine, you know, a coach telling me like, or an organization like, yo Chuck, like, you're not playing tonight. You know what I mean? Like, we're gonna rest you. You know what I'm saying? Like, rest me. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you gonna rest me?
Already got 8 hours.
About practice, y'all been rushing me the ball during practice. You gonna keep me out of a game? That ain't no goddamn load management. That's a suspension for me. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, now to each his own. I don't want everybody to just, if this go viral, whatever, everybody taking shots at me or whatever. To each his own. Whatever the organization do, whatever, that's cool with me. You know, whatever these players do, that's fine. Man, I love the NBA. I love the players. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, speaking for myself.
Right.
But man, you're not even just sitting me out no game for nothing.
Well, because you love the game that much.
What?
So it's like, wait, hold on. I get paid to play the game.
What about that one ticket, Gillie?
Right.
What about that one ticket that somebody worked their ass off to come see AI? And he's sitting on the bench and ain't nothing wrong with him.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like something had to be hanging off, like my arm had to be hanging off or my leg broke or
right.
Like there's no way. I mean, I can't get in the foxhole with my dogs. Like I can't be with my mom because I don't feel good tonight. Like no. You know what I mean? Like I've never been built. I love the game too much. I love to play too much.
I know, but Chuck, like you did used to take it a little too far though. We know you don't want to miss a game. But Larry take you out for 4 minutes, you cussing him out on the way to the bench. It's like, you're breathing heavy, Chuck.
I never, towards the end of my career, yeah. That's when I got down Don Perignon and shit started to catch up with me. Before I ain't never get tired. I run a mile in 3.5 minutes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I hated coming out of the game, and I know I was terrible because I always felt like, I think it was like a jinx. Because every time I came out early and I talked about coming out, then they always went on a run on us. And I was able to say, look down the light. You know what I'm saying? Then I had my man across there, he was a season ticket holder. And he put him back in the game. He was louder than everybody. Put him back in the game. And, you know, I'm in there, you know, I used to always, when I'm sitting over there, you know what I mean, I'll look over there at him. And that was his sign that, you know,
right.
Start acting a fool. Yeah. So he put me back in the game.
But Chuck, it's crazy shit. You be on TV and everything, go straight in the kid move, like this. Bad.
I hate coming out. I hate coming out the game.
They got the camera on him the whole time. He like this.
I want everybody in there to know.
Like, damn, Chuck, he giving you a 2-minute and 30-second break, man.
Sometimes you're less than that. Don't take me out of the game.
When it was over a year ago, I was in 13 names, Simon the Shoes and Charles Short. Suit, I mean. And he was telling me, he's like, yo man, AI coming out of the book. I said, what? I was just like, I know they're gonna love this, right? What was the journey of like, and shout out to 13 Names and Charles. They gave me an opportunity to make some noise for them. What was it like the emotional journey, you know, bringing this book to life? Like, gotta connect with all of it.
Man, that's a great question. I use y'all to answer this. Anybody know about y'all, y'all legend, who y'all are? And even definitely myself, because I learned a lot from y'all too. What y'all do as men is the cornerstone of being a man. Y'all hold men accountable. Y'all always hold men accountable. And what I admire about y'all and what I put into this book is what you guys do is help people or bring the awareness of evaluating yourself as a man, as a woman, anything. Y'all bring that to light. You know what I mean? Y'all, that's a main topic for y'all to inspire. And then like you see Wallo running around the city in the rain and all that. You know what I mean? Like motivating people. Like it's a motivation. It's an inspiration. You know what I mean? It's evaluating yourself. It's giving you that energy that would, you know, wake up, get your ass up out the bed. You know what I mean? You're wasting time. You know what I mean? Like all the motivational speeches. You know what I mean? I was able to do this in a book. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you. It's all it is. It's a confession of me being human. You know what I mean? Yes, a bad on a basketball court, but he just like me. He hurt like me. He cried like me. He emotional like me. He got feelings. You know what I mean? He got situations within his family, his friends, his profession. You know what I mean? And then you navigating through all that, trying to come out unscathed, trying to, you know, make it through life while it's life. You know what I mean? I'm just like you. I'm no different from you. You know, when you read the book, AI went through that, man, I'm going through the same thing. You know what I mean? If he can overcome it, then I can. What? He went to jail at 18 years old. This man is top 75 all time. You know how many players that play the game?
Oh, clap it up for that.
You know what I mean? Millions of players, Hall of Famer, you know, all of these things. And then the crazy part about it is that's just icing on the cake. Like my whole thing, what I just wanted to be drafted. And then God did all the extra stuff, you know what I mean? And people talk about, well, Chuck, you don't have a championship. They beat you up for having a championship. Listen here, man. You know what I mean? You can't have everything. You know what I mean? I mean, that's one thing that God didn't want from me. You think that I'm a salt, you know what I mean? I'm a you know, feel less than a man or an athlete or to God about the talent that he gave me because I didn't win a championship. Look at all of the stuff that he did for me. I'm able to take care of my family.
Because you won a real championship, the championship of life.
The championship of life. And like, I promise y'all, me and Ray, like, people don't give Ray, like, when you read that book, because all I did was spill my life out to him. All I'm doing is just telling him. But he's helping me get to where we end up getting, because these are the points. These were the points that we need to touch. Let me ask you about this when you were 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. Why are we going back that far? Because as experience, things happen. You know, one thing about your life, everybody else might not remember, but you do. You remember certain things that happen in your life, and nobody can tell it like you can. Everybody telling their story about Allen Iverson, even his homeboys, even his mama, his girl, his uncles, his aunts, you know what I mean, his teammates, his coaches, everybody telling this story. But can't nobody tell it like he can. You know what I mean? And that was my, like, it was like, a gift that I have, not basketball, you know what I mean? It's a gift that God gave me. Tawana always say to me growing up, since I was 15, 16 years old, why do you always, let what people say about you bother you? Why do you let people get you stressed out and this, that, and the third? Okay, I don't have that talent that you have. Like, I stress out about stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not able to just brush it aside like you're able to. You're stronger than me in that area. But my gift is different from other people because I can share my embarrassing moments to save a life, to help somebody. You know what I mean? When you think about Allen Iverson, he's an open book. I don't have no problem with helping somebody from something that happened to me so you don't have to go down that road. I tell my kids that all the time. Why do you have to learn the hard way? I've already did that for you. You know what I mean? You don't have to learn the hard way, to change, who you are. I can be a blueprint to something. I've never had a blueprint. I never had nobody that went to college, let alone have a job like the NBA. I was, all of a sudden, I was rich. Just by signing a piece of paper. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I didn't know nothing about taxes, accountants. I mean, man, the list goes on and on. I didn't know nothing about nothing but take care of your family.
You was gonna get that new rollie.
All that. All that. You know what I mean? Everything you always wanted in life, all you think about is the dream.
Right.
I didn't know that. I didn't have a blueprint on how to be an NBA basketball player or how to, handle people that's coming around just because of everybody don't like you, everybody don't love you, man. It's opportunities, you know what I mean? And these are the things that I had to. I'm 50 years old, man. It's just recent that I'm just learning how to say no to people. You know what I mean? Man, it's Christmas Eve, man. No. You didn't know Christmas was on the 25th of December every goddamn year? No, man. You know what I mean? I can't do nothing for, man, my kids, man, my kids. Yeah, I know. The first thing a person know about Allen Iverson, all you got to do is go to his heart. Because he loved hard. You know what I mean? And that's what gets his ass in so much trouble. Accountability, man. Just accountability. And I'm learning and had to learn that by giving somebody something, Gil, you ain't doing nothing but you putting a Band-Aid on something, man. You enabling them. You hurting them. You think you helping them, but you hurting them. If every time he can run the truck, I didn't lay down with that girl, man. You did, man. She put you on child support. Y'all thing didn't work out.
And when you started moaning, she told you to pull out. Pull out, babe, pull out.
Throw me in jail. What I supposed to do now, dear? I don't want my man going to jail. I gotta do it. You know what I mean? But all these life, and I'm sorry, Wallo, man. I just get gone when I think about why me and Ray did this and why I'm so proud of Ray and why I love him so much. Cause he helped me, man. That's my guy that wrote it. But me and him, long days, long nights, just hours and hours and hours of just talking, and then for him to put it all in. You know what I mean? Like, that's his talent. Like, okay, all I need is the story. And then I'll put it out there just like you want it. And then we're going to inspire all of these people. And then, at the end of the day, we might go as far as saving somebody's life.
Hold on, man. Let's shout out to my man that just for no reason at all just keeps screaming, "We love you. I love you, Chuck." He acting like a woman at a Chris Brown concert. So shout out to him.
He crazy. I love you back.
I know, we love you too, but you said it 8 times. Love you, Chuck. Every time he in the middle of talking, I love you, Chuck.
We love you, Chuck.
All right, we don't know what you're talking about now, man. Security, get him out of here.
The celebration, man. Come on now.
That's why I said Don P kicking in.
Now,
We love you too, though, brother.
when you look at the league today, right, and you had to step on that court today, just say, who your team, who you picking? Any players? What's your team?
What's his 5?
My top 5?
No, your whole team right now. If you got to step on the court, who's your team out of everybody that's playing now? Who you picking?
Who gonna be on my team?
Yes.
I'm on the squad.
Yes.
All right.
Who coming off the bench still?
Damn, I knew you was gonna do something like this.
Yeah.
On the spot. All right, I'm
Who at the 1?
I'm putting Luka. All right, let me name my top 5 first.
All right.
My top 5: Steph, Kobe, LeBron, Mike, and Shaq. All right, that's my top 5.
All right.
All right, so we'll get away from that one right there.
So you coming off the bench?
Something I never.
Look out. You said the bench.
Coming off the bench?
Man, I cannot do that. I come off the bench after.
No, you ain't coming off no bench.
I'm just trying to be politically correct.
We ain't being politically correct.
Like, motherfucker, we want you, Chuck, man.
Right.
Don't come up here with that politically correct.
Right.
Who got to sit down? Who sit down? Out of the 5?
How you said name? You didn't.
No, you
I'm not
just
in
said
the
you
five.
ain't coming off the bench. You is in the 5. You not coming.
We already know Steph Curry sitting down. Right there, babe. Steph Curry coming off the bench.
All right,
First sub.
Gil answered it. All right, so now I ain't never answered this. I mean, I've never had this question asked. That's a dope question. And I got to do it on the spot, so that make it even tougher for me. All right, I'm gonna have Luka as my point.
That's yours.
I had Luka as my point. All right, I'm on the team.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you the 2 guard.
I'm the 2. I'm gonna have my 3. I'm gonna have Tatum.
Hold on, don't you dare ever say a team without Jordan on this motherfucker. Don't you?
We talking right now.
Right now.
Oh, all right, Tatum. Okay,
And
Jason
y'all
Tatum.
can't do that. I don't like Boston either. Don't do
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I don't like
Okay.
Boston.
Oh, we talking about right now,
We
you're
just talking
right.
about the players. Y'all
Right.
don't like Boston.
Got Tatum.
All
Right.
right, so I'm talking about Tatum. I mean,
Yes.
goddamn, I mean,
He's a beast. He's a beast.
man.
He's a beast.
He's a monster.
He's a beast.
All right, I mean, he's one of the ones. All right, and then at the 4, I want to say Giannis, right? But I've had Giannis coming off the bench, but I will play big, and then I have Joker at the 4. Y'all don't like that? All right, Joker at the 4, and then I'm going, Who? All right then, you know I'm going, I got to say 5. You ain't let me finish. You think I ain't gonna go with my dog? A healthy, matter of fact, if a healthy Joel, I'm taking him #1 pick out of anybody. Period. If I can have my way, if you get him healthy, like Maxie is a Batman playing a Robin role. He's a Batman. He's a #1 option.
Right.
You know what I mean? But with our mob, obviously, you know, our #1 is our big man. So
But the way his knees and his ankles set up.
I'm not even, the crazy part about it, I'm not going with my heart. I'm going with the talent. I'm not even going with my heart. You know what I mean? If I can have it my way, I'd name all 6s. I'm going with my heart.
You got your 5 now. Who's in the bench?
All right, so Giannis can come off the bench. Shea can come off the bench. Ant can come off the bench. Did I say? I didn't say Steph, did I? Who I say? I said.
Well, Steph can come off the bench.
Shea, Steph,
Giannis,
Giannis, Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Who you say?
He said Wemby.
Yeah, big man. I can rock with I can do Wemby. That sounds good to me. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ain't nobody beat my team, I tell you that.
How many times you think they gonna scream, swing the rock, Chuck?
What? Look, I already said it. It was like, how can you play with Luka? I can play with anybody. Look, call a play. Just call a play. But if that ball come back to me, you are not seeing it again. So it ain't no, I don't never worry about if I get, you know, how can you play with this? I can play with anybody because the ball gonna come to me eventually. At some point, it's gonna come to me, and I know what to do with it once you touch my hand. Tell me.
So that was the rule.
Yeah.
That was the rule. If I pass it and you pass it back,
I'm going to run the play.
That means you want me to shoot.
And 9 times out of 10, you think about it and you look at my whole career, and this is no disrespect to any of my teammates, but it's been happening to me my whole life on the court. We call a play. Everybody want to touch that ball in the first 46 minutes of a game. That last 2 minutes, it's like that goddamn ball on fire. Don't nobody want to touch it, and I love it. Please give it to me. You know what I mean? Like, and throughout my career, like I was the type of guy who want to take the last shot because I don't want to be mad at nobody but me. Like I'd rather be mad at myself than be mad at somebody else. So now, obviously, if I get doubled, I'm gonna give it up. I'm gonna try to make the right basketball play, but I would rather be mad at myself than be mad at somebody else. So I want to take that shot. You just gonna get this guy going.
I just knew he better not be in here with no woman because she gonna be pissed. I wish you loved me like you love Chuck. Maybe he should be cooking.
Now, being as though you grew up and you played 2 sports that you was good at, how important was practice?
Practice?
No, hold up.
Practice?
To become that good, how important was practice to become that good? Boy, laugh again, y'all.
Look, who said that? He answered that.
What'd he say?
I ain't say no shit like that. I ain't say nothing like that.
See, that's that North Philly shit. If he don't want to go to practice, he ain't got to practice.
If you don't want to practice, he don't got to practice. No, I mean, look, I'm telling you, and this shit won't be too modest, but if I run down my accolades and tell you what I've done and what I've accomplished, then anybody in their right mind got to know this man had to practice, because if he didn't, and he did all of that without practicing, amen. Then what if he did practice? What if he did practice though?
I know. That's what we sitting there thinking, damn, but what if he did practice?
What if he did lift weights? Look, I try to think about that too though. I'm like, damn, what if I did lift weights?
I know.
You know what I mean?
What if he did spend so many times at Bally's in Atlantic City?
You crazy. But for real, like, I couldn't, like, the bigger the game, the more I wanted to go out and do something. Like, we had a big game, like a real big game. I didn't do it in the playoffs, but like a real big game. Like, I remember one time, like, you know, Catino Mobley and Steve Francis, they came to our crib and they showed out on us one night. You know what I mean? They was up on us like 10 with a minute left, 10, 15 or something. They were throwing alley-oops and they were showing off on us. I told Coach Brown, I was like, all right, don't worry about it. Wait till they come back here. You know what I mean? Like, wait till we see them again. And that was one night like that. I didn't go out for nothing. All my homeboys, everybody was going to Palmer's, whatever. I was like, nah, I'm chilling. Yes, sir. I said, man, I'm chilling. Man, I tried to, boy.
But your era was different, man. Because this era now, right, you see like LeBron and, you know, game day, they in all types of suits, they getting treatment. Your era was different, man. I was watching The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, and it was the day of a finals game, and they said, Mike, what you do all day? He said, I sat in my room and played the piano and drank brewskis. I'm like, damn, before a championship game?
I'm telling you.
So your era was a little different.
I saw it happen. We was playing them one night in a preseason game, and we was in North Carolina. We was playing it at in Chapel Hill, and I just heard a lot of noise. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I looked out my window, and it was him and Scotty and a bunch of girls drinking Heineken on the golf course. Like, we got a game tonight, bro. They out there at 8 o'clock in the morning. Man, what they did to us, like, I remember looking out my window and seeing you, man, out there, because I'm a big fan. So when I seen him out there, until we had to go to shoot around, I just opened my curtains and just sat there and just stared at him the whole time. Watching him, like, I mean, even with the All-Star game, like my first All-Star game, my room was right beside his room. You know what I mean? And like, everybody going out, partying, whatever, I sat like a stalker. I sat right outside my room and watched everybody come to his door. I saw Oprah Winfrey, I saw everybody that you could think of just going to his room.
Why you ain't go over? Like,
man,
you was invited, man. You Iverson, man.
I was sitting over there being weird, man. Sitting over there like, every time he came to the door, you know, I just soaked cigar smoke coming out the room, and I was just sitting over there like a little ass kid, like Mike right there, right beside me, man. Come on, Chuck, man, we gonna go out? No, I'm not going nowhere. Man, I'm gonna sit right here until I see him again. That was my dude right there. Well, he still is.
Who in the league talked the most shit to you on that court?
Nobody. Nobody fuck with me. It's I'm already coming at you all night. I'm coming at you all night anyway. Like I have a problem with you. Nobody.
You ain't talking.
I never talk trash.
You just
never talk trash, and nobody ain't never bothered me. You gonna wake me up even more? Like, I'm already coming at you full speed and attacking you all night anyway. You know, I remember the only time I ever got mad at somebody, we was getting ready to go to New York. We was in New York and in Jersey. We was playing the Nets, but we was going out. I was 21. We was going out that night, you know, to New York. We was gonna party after the game, and I remember Khalid Reeves bust my lip. You know what I mean? Bust my mouth open, and I planned on, you know, all I was thinking about, I was supposed to go out tonight, and this dude bust my lip. And that was the only dude that I played angry at. You know, like I was angry. I was trying to destroy this man in a preseason game.
Oh, because he couldn't make it to the club that night. He had the hotel like this.
Damn right. Bitch, you done fucked up my opportunity of going out tonight. I'm trying to kill you, man. But that was like, nobody talked trash to me.
But I seen you and Kobe going back and forth a few times.
I just lied.
Okay.
That was the only time, because you ain't never seen me going back and forth.
No.
What happened?
I don't remember. It was war. Like, it was, man, you already know what type of dog he was. So he was, you know, he was saying something that I didn't like. You know what I mean?
Lock your little ass up tonight.
He might have said something like that. He used to talk like that.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, the only person stopping me is me. You know what I mean? If the only way you stop Allen Iverson is he off tonight. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody just locking me up. You know, but he was saying something, man, and he was like one of them dudes. Like, he was vicious. Like, we was playing him in Denver, and I was playing in Denver, and Kenyon and JR got into it with him. He was chilling the whole game. And they started talking to him. Kenyon was like, look, man, you lace your sneakers up just like I lace mine up. You know what I mean? You put your uniform, like, you know what I mean? Talk to you, you know, this, that, and third. And Kobe was like, yeah, all right. And man, about 35 to 39 points later, because he had like 10, man, just started going crazy. I mean, straight highlight reel. And somebody was shooting a free throw, and I was in the backcourt with him. And he was like, he said, I was chilling, Chuck. And he said, you know, they shook the tree and the mama fell out. It was so real. I'm talking, and he meant it too. He was not doing nothing the whole game. That dude right there, man, I'm talking about my number 2 all time. I never put nobody in front of him but Mike. Number 2 all time. Straight certified serial killer, man. Serial killer.
When you hit that move, the first time you hit that move on Mike, how did you feel?
I was just playing. No, I mean, for real, it's even like the step over. Like, I didn't know that I stepped over Tyronn Lue in that game. I didn't know that happened.
Chuck! Chuck! Come on, Chuck. That step was like this.
Listen, I did not, look, man, Gil, I did not know, and mind you, that's my dog. I love him to death. But I did not know that I did that. I didn't know that I did it in the moment. Like,
It was such a Philly moment, wasn't it? We thought you was like this, dickhead!
Listen, I was.
Dickhead!
I was. Obviously that's how I felt, but I didn't know my reaction. Like, I couldn't stand him the whole series. Like, and even that game, like, I didn't know that I did it until after the game. Like, I was like, oh, like, I didn't know that I actually did what I did. Like, people try to get me to do it. Like, I just did it on a Prize Pick commercial. Like, I don't even know how to do it no more. It looks stupid every time I try to do it. Because I didn't know what I was doing then. It was just a reaction. I was just playing the game. And the same thing with Mike. Like, I was telling my friends, like, yo, man, if I get a chance, I'm going to try my move on the best player in the world. You know what I mean? Like, if I get an opportunity. And it just, like, I remember the play like it happened yesterday. I came off a screen and he switched. And I heard Phil Jackson say his name. And he stepped up and I was like, oh. And I just backed up. I backed up and I was like, all right, I'm getting ready to try it. And then I gave him the first joint. And then he bit on it. And I was like, oh, I got him. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit him with the real joint now. I hit him with the joint. And then the crazy part about it, if you think about it for real, Gil, I know you done seen it a million times. You're a basketball head. You see, he almost still blocked.
Yes, he went that way and then he jumped from the side like this.
And he still almost.
When you released it, he was like this.
And then I didn't even know nothing even then. And then like I got the Fridays that night. That shit all over the TV, ESPN, all over the world. You know what I mean? And then still today, like little kids walk up to me, little 5, 6-year-old kids. Hey, yo, you Allen Iverson, man, you the one that crossed up Jordan. You the one that crossed up Jordan. Like, all the things I did in my career, somebody come up to me and say, practice, you talking about practice, or you the one that crossed up Jordan. Damn, all that shit I got on my resume, and that's what people come to me and say all the time.
Dude, when you was young and you was living in it, sometimes you don't know what's going on. But did you used to leave games, be laying in the bed, sometimes Sports Center come on and you talking third person? Like, that's a bad man.
I was the dude, I promise you I was this dude, and that say they don't, they are liars. Like, you hit record, hit record, and you go to the gym. And you go to the arena, and you play the game, or whatever. And if you gotta have a crazy game, come right home and watch that joint all over. People tell you they don't do that, they lying. People tell you they don't look at their highlights. I be in my crib sometime, you know what I mean? Pull out that phone. Tawana come to the joint. Are you serious? She here. Iverson this, Iverson that. She come. Are you serious? You here watching your highlights? Get off yourself, man. I'm just, just flashbacks, whatever.
But you like, he is a bad though, baby.
Man, you were one of the ones, man. You were a different type of dude.
Absolutely.
Now, for the last question, I'm gonna let this dude ask you because he swears he's a basketball
savant.
No, you know what's crazy? This is what I have an argument with him because you see his clips online.
He can play.
No, that's cool. Don't do that. Don't do
He can play.
Don't do that.
He know he can play.
I was trying to figure out back in the day in the crib, right? When all these letters magically came, right? He'd be telling people, I got cuz you went to like a neighborhood college down like outside of Philly, right? So that because he be hating me. So, Chuck, when you got a game, I ain't see no letter from Duke. I ain't see no letter from none of these places that I know, seen all this. But for some reason, he was the greatest fucking legend. I don't be knowing, because I was the best player in Philly, man, and all this shit. I don't know that about this. Y'all know Rashid and all of these, right? Now, when he had a chance, if he went to Division I college, like, do you know he would have had a chance, man? I don't even know, because he can tell me all.
Why did you even answer Chuck like that?
No, but
No, shut up. Don't be nice, Chuck, because that's
I'm not.
Be nice.
All I know is, this is what I know as a hoop head. I know who can play, and I know who can't play. Mm-hmm. I know who play all the time, and I know somebody who just play if it's something to do. Gil can play. He can play.
No, I said,
He can play. He can play.
no, I said,
I mean, how can you not play you 3-time MVP at the Big Three?
He can play.
3-time.
I can't take that away from
In a row.
I can't take that away from him. He can play.
I mean, all the young people know my name. I'm pretty sure somebody in here.
Now, Gil called out people that play every day, for real, for real.
Like
Jamal Crawford.
Calling out, yeah. He called out a lot of
called out
dogs.
Lou Will, though, man.
He called out,
Yeah, because I told Lou Will, everybody know in Philly, my name Lou Gill.
Yeah.
We got to see who the best.
Damian Gillard.
Damian Gillard. Shea Gilgis Alexander.
Right.
Chauncey Gillums, you know. Manu Gilnobley. But if I really got to turn it on, who am I? Mike Gil Jordan. And you tell me I can't play.
Now, listen.
The man ain't modest at all. I'm telling you.
Well, I'm trying to.
He lacking confidence at all.
I know, I'm trying to figure why you ain't up here looking at me like that.
Man, listen.
Mike Gil Jordan.
I said you can play. I said, but when you start to like, it's certain guys like people who run around here and y'all so amazed at Chris dancing for 3 hours and jumping around and backflips and all that. You ever seen him move?
Yeah. Oh no, we was at we hooped at Chris Brown house.
Brown can go.
Can you tell him what happened?
Oh, what you do to see?
I got the video. Gil got busy. He got busy. Gil was breakdancing every day for 2 hours.
I'm just saying, I'm 50 years old too. But the way my hips and my knees set up, they're only 32.
Say something to him about that.
He went crazy.
Cause
Yeah, ask him.
Chris, he for real. He can play.
He is for real.
He can play.
But I'm too. I'm for real, for real.
I told you he can play.
What about B from the Lady Hoyts? Right here.
Who?
From Georgetown.
Georgetown, how you doing, baby? Everybody make some noise for my girl from Georgetown. Make some noise. Let's go. I'll throw you on the barbecue grill, baby.
That's crazy right there.
You guys
Hell you come from? That's my homegirl right there. How messy was I in college? How messy was my room? What was that wing place we used to go to? Where I had to always, when my roommate used to get mad with me, I'd take my chicken bones and shove them up under the bed. Yeah.
You did any work in college?
Huh?
You did any work in college?
Hell no. Do no work.
It was like these books heavier than a basketball.
Man, what?
Chuck, so let me ask you a question, man.
I used
Everybody
to go to class.
You did?
Yeah, I used to show up.
That was one of the criteria. Just show up. Alan, show up.
Don't do that.
You was like Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons on this documentary said, what I'm going to class for? I'm going to the league. I ain't going to be here next year. So Chuck, before we get out of here, first of all, we want to thank everybody that came out. You know what I mean?
I knew y'all was gonna do this.
Absolutely.
I knew it was gonna be just like this.
Absolutely.
I was ready for it. I don't drink no more, so that's the last thing I'm gonna do is surprise. Because if I was still drinking and coming to Philadelphia like this and talking to y'all, I'd be crying like a right now. Well,
Congratulations.
I'm not. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. And then like let's start with that one right there. I just need a couple more minutes. That's something. That's an example right there. You know what I mean? Since I was 15 years old, you know what I mean? I've been drinking 40s and whatever, champagne and Hennessy and Remy and Cristal and all that for the last 35 years. It was something that obviously I was used to, and you know, it go back to what I was saying about my guys up here, especially this guy right here. You know, and I can really, and my brother, I can really finish this with right, but I really did that by just asking God to help me with it. I know it sounds cliche, because everybody talk about God and man, God this and God that, when they really it's just the right thing to say. People just feel like it's the right thing to say, but I have a relationship with my God. I don't know, you know, I know he listens to me. I don't know. And he, you know, he's the type of God that, you know, I know he loved me back. I can tell by what my life is, and I ain't talking about all of the good things that come on in my life. You know, I love him regardless, the good or bad. I deal with whatever happened. He driving this thing, I'm in the passenger seat. You know what I mean? Wherever he take me, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? But with Wallo is what one of the things I get from him, the energy I get from him is self-evaluation. When I evaluated myself with that situation, what good does it do you? What good does it do you? Because we know all the bad shit. You know, you wake up hangover, you know, miss this meeting, miss that meeting, miss business opportunities or whatever, you know, start with your old lady, you know, I mean, just the list goes on. And anybody that drink, you know all the shit that come with it. You know what I mean? And then with all of that, it ain't healthy anyway. You know what I mean? My relationship with God and trusting him enables me to speak to other people through him. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times people tell me all the time, man, my son don't listen to me. Maybe he'll listen to you. My daughter don't listen to me. If can you know, talk to her? Can you know, say some things to her, man? You know what I mean? Just give her some words of encouragement. You know what I mean? And then I love the response, especially when it works. It don't work all the time, obviously. You know what I mean? But another thing is a cliche, is that us as role models, it's all about just kids. It's not like that all the time, man. You know what I mean? When somebody's 70 years old, somebody 60 years old, say I inspire them, that's a great feeling, man. That's a compliment. That's a testament of what type of people that I've been around to help me with my maturation and help me with the things that I've been through in my life to be able to help other people. You know what I mean? For the like, just the grown-ups in here, man. Everybody think that they supposed to be in a certain space in their life, and they're not comfortable at this point. Like tonight, you might not feel like where you supposed to be in life. Man, I supposed to have been made it doing blah, blah, blah years ago. You know what I mean? It happens when you want it to happen. You know what I mean? That's when it's gonna happen for you. You know what I mean? Just keep doing what you're doing. This is your world. I know it sound cliche. I know it sound like some scripted shit or whatever, but it's for real. Like, whatever you want to do, and like, it ain't too late for you to do whatever you're trying to do. It ain't too late for you to learn. It ain't too late for you to overcome something. You know what I mean? That's going on in your life. Man, I'm living proof of it all. I done fell down, got back up, fell down, got back up. I done been stupid rich and my money got funny. You know what I mean? Biggest heart in the world and the most generous dude in the world, and you ain't even thinking about your future. You worrying about taking care of people right now that got the same abilities far as physically that you have to be able to do anything they want to do in life. You know what I mean? I promise you, that anything that you're trying to do in life, it's not too late. Now, if you 60 years old, you 50 years old, you motherfucker my age, you trying to be in the NBA, it ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
You just crushed his dreams.
But I'm just saying, there's only two that's this old that's in this kind of shape, me and LeBron.
But all in all jokes aside, man, I really want to touch home with this, man. This is my most important. I mean, I love, you know, telling y'all these stories. I love the book being what it is because y'all get to, you know, y'all being loyal fans to me like y'all are, but y'all reading the book get to learn other things about me. Like a lot of times y'all see me, y'all see sound bites after games where I lost or games where I won and I'm happy. Games I lost, I'm sad, I'm upset about something, and you know, you don't really get, you know, it's a beautiful thing that y'all love me and rock me the way y'all do. But just in the book, it's you can see that I'm no different, you know, I ain't grew up no worse or no better than anybody in here. I just grew up. I just went through life just like everybody else. You know what I mean? But man, just all the naysayers and the negative people out there and all that negative energy that people bring around you and their misery around you because they so, you know, caught up in their life and want to drag somebody, you know, with them because they going through so many hardships in their life, and the only thing they know how to do is bring somebody into the shit that they got going on in their own life. Man, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Don't do the You know what I mean? Believe in yourself, believe in your God, whatever God it is. I mean, you know, believe in what you believe in, the higher power, man, and just fight, man, fight. You know, fall, get back up, you know, and be an example, be an inspiration, and it's somebody else. It ain't all about you. It's somebody else that's watching you. It's your daughter, it's your son, it's your nephew, it's your niece, it's your sister, it's your brother. It's somebody that's watching what you do. And that gives a reaction to how they tackle other things that happen in their life. You know what I mean? Somebody is looking up to you. You know, you gotta be an example for somebody else. And all I want y'all to do, everybody in this goddamn room, is believe, man. Believe in yourself. Believe that this world is yours. You know what I mean? When they say that shit is your world, I'm just visiting, that's real. You know what I mean? Because if I died today, I'm dying. Everybody else in this room, life gonna keep going on. You know what I mean? Like everybody, this is your world. It's about yours. You know what I mean? This script, this movie right here, you the star of this. You the star of this movie. You know what I mean? And I love y'all, and I thank y'all, and I thank my dudes. You know what I mean? It's a beautiful experience for me. Appreciate y'all.
Make some noise for Allen Iverson, y'all.